Knives Out. This is a new film from director Rian Johnson, and can't say I've seen any of his movies besides The Last Jedi. Now, say what you will about that movie. It is a beautifully directed movie with gorgeous cinematography, and it's just great all around when it comes to that technical stuff. Writing wise, character wise, story wise, no. But beautiful looking film, well directed film, yes. So this is a murder mystery, which we don't get a lot of murder mysteries nowadays. How was it? It was good. I enjoyed this movie. For the most part, I think it's a very fun movie, but some of the logistics of the story just kind of like... All the acting is really great, especially from Chris Evans. And my gosh, if anybody watches this movie and looks at Chris Evans, or whoever, I always want to call him Chris Pratt, but it's Chris Evans, that's his name. I think that's how you say his name. And and you look at his acting and you go, man, the MCU did such a great job with Chris Evans and his acting ability. Hell no. You can tell a lot of those actors are really held back, because Robert Downey Jr. has been in better movies where he's had more nuance and better performances. And Chris Evans is amazing in this movie and things like that. And I like that. I like seeing these actors. Daniel Craig I feel like he's good in the movie. I like him as Bond quite a bit, but I think he's the best Bond. But my problem with him in this movie is, while he is acting good, he's doing this Texas accent or whatever, and it really doesn't work. It's because he's a very British actor. For crying out loud, he played James Bond, one of the most British franchises out there besides like Sherlock Holmes or something. So, I feel like they should have cast someone different for this role, and there's nothing that he brings to it specifically that makes it phenomenal, and you can see why he is the only one who could have been cast in this part. The rest of the cast is pretty good, and I really like this movie. I liked the cinematography. I thought the cinematography was very pretty, and the way there were just so many shots. I was like, man, that's a really good shot. That's a really good shot. I think it starts off a little slow and picks up towards the middle. But then once it gets to the middle and you see a certain character, you look at him and you go, dude, you're the villain. You're flat out the antagonist of this movie. And that's the thing about murder mysteries. It's always depending on the end of the movie. Because it's like, you can have all these great things. You have great acting, great cinematography, great editing, and just have a really well done script with pretty good dialogue and great characters. But if I can tell who did the murder in this movie, by the end of the movie, it ruins the whole film, doesn't it? And now that I know, it's like, it's not that the film, I think the film kind of lost my interest once I figured that all out. And I think it ruined the film for me a little bit. So yeah, I mean, it was okay. I enjoyed this movie. It had some good elements, but it's a movie that tries to act like it's being super smart and original and all this crap, and it's really not. It's it's original for the time it's coming out. Like, there's not a lot of movies like this coming out, but there are tons of movies already exist like this from like decades ago and things like that. So it's not new, it's not fresh. There's no twist that makes this movie better than the others. I did like that the kind of the message at the end with the girl, and I would explain it, but that is spoilery, and I don't really feel like I need to do a spoilers review for this movie. Because really I could just spoil the villain, and I could spoil kind of the ending with the girl and kind of what the message of the movie is, but I really don't want to do that. So, because I feel like since there aren't a lot of movies like this coming out, I still think this one you should particularly go see in the theater, because even if it's okay, it's fun to watch. Like, it's a good theater fun time watch. Go with a group of friends or a family member or something. Like, it's the holidays, go check it out. And there's nothing out right now that's coming out this weekend. I know next week Clint Eastwood's new movie is coming out, and then the week after you got The Rise of Skywalker coming out, which is very exciting for me because look at that. Look at that. Am I not a Star Wars fan? I think I am. So yeah, I like the movie. It had its problems. It just, but yeah. And I didn't like the group of people I was in the theater with. So there was this couple, and they were sitting there, and the husband, in the middle of the movie, goes, "He's the villain." And I'm like, dude, shut up. I can hear you loud and clear. Shut up. Then his wife's just messing around on her phone. Phone call. Hello. Nobody called her. Well, she didn't answer it, but, turn off your phone. It is impossible for you to go to a theater and not know that your phone's supposed to be turned off. It's like going to a library and not knowing you're supposed to be quiet. It's like drinking soda and not knowing it's soda. It's like going to McDonald's and not know that their food's fattening. Turn off your phone in the theater, people. Just do it. Then she just kept, someone called her again. There was another group of people that called them. And then one lady, oh my gosh, this one lady, I wanted to strangle her. It's like right at the end of the movie, she gets a call, and she answers the phone call. And this isn't just a phone call. This is a video chat phone call. She got people yelling in the background of her phone in the middle of this movie that I'm trying to watch, and I'm distracted. I'm like looking back, like I can't see her face. I was hoping that me looking back would make her go, "Oh crap, I need to hang this up right now." She didn't really respond. I think she was trying to whisper, "Hey, I'm in the theater. I can't talk right now." But why was your phone even on, lady? Like, why? Why is your phone even on? People have gotten so rude in theaters, I swear. I really am going to make a video one of these days about like all my bad theater experiences, because I have quite a bit of them, and they're not because the movie themselves are bad. Most of them anyways. Lion King 2019 was pretty bad. But just people are so inconsiderate. People talk during movies. They're on their phones, they answer the phone in the middle of the theater, and they go, "Hey, I'm on my phone." Like, if you want someone to know, "Hey, I'm in the theater, stop calling me," you don't do that in the middle of the dang theater. Like, come the hell on. Movie wasn't bad, but people in the theater are. And anyways, I got another video coming up after this, but I'm just irritated with people acting like this in the theater. They just shouldn't do this anymore. There are so, if you go to Edwards, there's like 5, 6, 7 advertisements say silence your phone. It is impossible for someone to walk into a theater and not know that their phone's supposed to be turned off. I'm sorry. And I'm not that mad because my grandparents sometimes do that, you know, and that's mostly because they have like an emergencies that happen, you know, and so that's why they have it on. But like most of these people, it's like you're video chatting right in the middle of the theater right now. If you can't just hang up the phone call, you need to get up and you need to walk out of the theater, tell her, hey, I'm in the theater right now. I cannot talk to you. Hang up, get back in the theater with your phone turned off, sit down, watch the movie like the rest of us, and stop being something that I don't want to say. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. I really hate people like this in the theater. You know, I don't like to get that mad about stuff like this, but it's just so irritating to me personally. And as someone who loves the experience of movies and things like that, I feel like other people ruin it. Because, again, this movie I enjoyed, and I came out angry because some stupid people decided, hey, we're going to talk during your movie. And we're gonna hang up. You know, I missed part of the movie because you did that. Or maybe I wasn't paying attention the full amount I could be. Which is something I do during movies. I like to stare at every inch of the screen and examine every inch of the screen. And catch everything, and sometimes I don't. And it's usually either A, because I'm in the bathroom, or 2, because people cannot stop.